I'm going to Hey everyone, I'm Maya, and in today's video, I'm going to give you a review on the Black Radiance True Complexion HD Primer. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and with that, let's get into the video. Off of camera, I did my brows and my eyeliner because I do this usually before I start my face makeup, and I want to get right into the review. So that's that. I bought this for $5.99 at Target. The only reason I bought it was because it was cheaper than the one I was usually using, which was the Maybelline Master Prime. This one is the Blur and Redness Control. A container of primer usually lasts me a month, just about. And so every time I run out, I go and I usually get a new primer just to try it out. When I had gone to Target, I originally was gonna get just a different version of this one, but then I saw that the Black Radiance one was cheaper. You know I had to get it. The packaging reads Black Radiance True Complexion HD Primer, Broad Spectrum SPF 15, 100% oil free. There is 1 fluid ounce of this product. They're also cruelty free. So I'm going to be comparing this to the Maybelline one, which I usually use, which I'm almost out of, which is why I bought the new primer. And I'm going to do half my face with the Maybelline and half my face with the Black Radiance. The Maybelline will be done on your left and my right, and the Black Radiance will be done on your right and my left. I don't know if you can hear, but there's someone cutting the grass outside, so sorry about that. We're gonna start out with the Maybelline one since this is what I usually use. There is 1 fluid ounce in this one as well. And if I can get it out, then we can start the video. So I'm gonna take this where I usually put my primer, which is under my eye, on part of my cheek, on my chin, a little bit on the nose, and on my forehead. And then I'm going to do the same for the Black Radiance one, only on the other side. Now when I bought this, I didn't know it was tinted until I opened it up. I did open it up just to see what it looked like. I didn't try it yet, so this will be my first impression of it. So I didn't know it was tinted, but then if you look on the back, it does say 8927 natural nude, so I'm assuming they probably have more shades of this primer. I am going to check that real quick before I give you false information. Alright, that was a joke. This is the only shade that they have, but hey, whatever. So I'm going to put this in the same areas. This primer seems to spread much easier than the Maybelline one just by putting it on my face. That's why I have more of this primer on this side, because I didn't know it would spread out that much. So I'm going to wipe off my hand so I don't cross-contaminate, and I'm going to rub it in. And yes, I use my hands when I'm rubbing in my primer, alright? You know, as much as I rub this in, it just doesn't want to blend out. Unless that's just how it's supposed to look. I had to take some of this off because I put way too much on. Alright, that's it for the Black Radiance side, and now we're going to do the Maybelline side, which I am accustomed to. The Black Radiance side feels stickier to the touch, but the Maybelline side feels more tacky on the skin. You can see the difference between both of them because the Maybelline one makes me look more pale since it was a really light green, and the Black Radiance one was a browner nude. Especially on my forehead, you can see the stark line right here, Maybelline, Black Radiance. Feel-wise, they both feel fine. So I'm going to continue with my usual makeup routine. And to avoid cross-contamination as best as I can for the Maybelline side, I'm going to be blending out my makeup with a beauty blender. Well, just the concealer and foundation, since that's what is going to be directly on my face and on the primer. And for the Black Radiance side, I'm going to be using my brush that I usually use to blend my foundation in. Just by that alone, you can see that under my eye is creasing a little. You probably can't even see. All right, let's zoom you in. You can see right here under the eye that the Maybelline one is creasing a little bit more than the Black Radiance side. I'm not sure if that's actually the primer or just because I was using a brush with this side and a beauty blender with this side, but this side is creasing a little bit more already under my eyes. In this video, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 330 Toffee Caramel. I guess I should use two separate Q-tips. So you can actually see that there is a slight difference because my face already looked pale on the side. This side of my face does look paler with the foundation than this side does. This side looks more natural because it's closer to my skin color than this is because it's a little more pale. I really didn't think that would make a difference, but that's really cool. That's really cool. I think I forgot to say how much the Maybelline one retails for, so I'm going to do that right now. This one usually retails for $7.99 or just about the $7 range, depending on where you got it from. So since I already got down the foundation, which was going to be right on top of the primer, I'm going to be using the same tools for the rest of my face since they will not be directly on the primer. So now I'm going to set my face with my new, oh, that is some bad glare, from Black Radiance, my new favorite. This really got me hyped, but I'm just going to set my face before it creases. Alright, and now I'm going to contour like I usually do. So shortly after I posted the cream contour tutorial, I did change my contour routine. I'm using the Morphe M palette for my contour now, and I'm going to be using these two shades right here. I just blend them together right quick, and then I used the same brush that I blended out with the cream contour, and I'm just going to do my contour. And because I'm going for a more natural look, I'm not going to put as much highlight as I usually do. Next, I'm going to do my blush, and for blush, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Cheerio, and I'm going to apply a generous amount on my cheeks because I really like using blush. So usually when I'm going to work, I just put on some chapstick and I'm ready to go. But since this is a video, I'm going to put on some lipstick just for the aesthetic. So the final step is going to be setting spray. This is the Maybelline. This is not Maybelline. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro spray and set. It was like $13. And you hear that? I have barely any left, but we're gonna make it last. So I'm gonna leave now for work. Well, I have like an hour before I have to leave, but I'm gonna go throughout my day, not throughout the entire day, maybe like 3 or 4 hours. I'll come back and I will give an update on both sides and how they matched up throughout the day, and then I'll give you my final verdict. So off I go. So I'm back. It's been about 7 hours. I know I said 3 or 4 hours, but I went to work and then I went shopping, so I got distracted. Alright, it's been 7 hours. I have not touched up. I have not wiped my face since. That's why my nose is really shiny, because I was sweating. And there was oil. I did touch up my lipstick. That's the only thing I touched up. You can tell I didn't even touch up my hair. Like, they both stood up to the entire day. Sweat, tears, oil, and all. Just joking, I wasn't crying today. Not today. They both look pretty similar. As of like sheen, there's just like a subtle sheen across my face because I am oily. I don't know if you can see it, but like I said before, the creasing on the... If this cable gets in my way one more time, I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna cut it in half, I'm gonna throw it away. Okay, so the Maybelline side has more creasing under the eye. I just hit myself. Under the eye than the Black Radiance side does. I don't know if you can tell that. And then if you go to my forehead, because my forehead creases like crazy. The crease on the Maybelline side is a bit more noticeable than the Black Radiance side. Right here. And right here. There's this one really defined crease right here that isn't on this side. There's just little creases right here. So it's mainly just the eyes and my forehead. So overall, I think the Black Radiance one stood up pretty well. It's been 7 hours. That's usually how long I would wear my makeup on a normal day. Usually once I come home from work, I wash my face off completely or I just stay in bed. I don't go out afterwards. So this is the ideal time that I keep on my makeup throughout the day. Same for school. School's like 8 hours. When I come home, I take off my makeup because I don't want it anymore. I don't need it anymore. For the most part, their performance was pretty similar. And since that's the case, I would prefer the Black Radiance one over the Maybelline one because it is about $3 cheaper. I'm all for inexpensive as long as it works. This is definitely a yes for me. And since it's oil free, it doesn't make me any oilier. So I'd recommend this for people who have oily skin. My nose would be much more oilier if I didn't put powder on it. So my face is really well kept right now. Like, I'm really pleased with how my face looks right now for having been out for 7 hours. Close to 8 hours now. This is gonna be a yes for me. Would I recommend it for dry skin? I guess, because it wasn't like mattifying, because it did leave a dewy effect. That's the wrong side. Because it did leave a dewy effect, and it was a little sticky. So I guess try it out. What do you have to lose? So I think this should be good for any kind of skin type. You know, I'm not the right person to say that though, because I know what kind of skin type I have, but I highly recommend you go and try it. It was very successful in the test I ran it through, and I'm very pleased. And so this will be my go-to for this next month. But that concludes this video. So if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more of my videos. And if you're feeling generous, click the bell icon so you get notifications whenever I post. If you have any comments, suggestions, or general discontent, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to read and reply to them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Just joking, because I didn't tell you to share it. Make sure you share this video with anyone who needs makeup ideas, makeup help, or is just a makeup holic like me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.